Shalom, shalom, everyone, brothers and sisters. How you doing? It's your boy Vega back at it once again, and today we're going to be discussing the destruction of Tommy, Jahlil, and what is it? Whatever his name is, Warmonger, whatever his name is. What I'm saying? Because I'm part of this group chat, and for years, Emac, Frank White, these little crew guys have all been, going against the argument about Canaan being black, right? Saying now, how they're like the Lebanese or, the Palestinians, whatever the case may be, right? So finally, this one guy, Tommy, like I said, I had basically two debates this week. Basically, you would say debates or discussions about this topic. And you're going to see how I basically made Tommy and Quana's ex minion, Jahlil, basically admit that the Canaanites were black, and I basically killed them with their own logic. Now, the one with Tommy, him, Emac, Frank, and all of them have been saying that the Canaanites are like the Lebanese or Palestinian, whatever the case may be, right? But the fact is, once I got Tommy on recording the other day, I had him admit that they were at least black. Now he tried to change the argument, saying, oh, not African Americans, be whatever the case may be. But again, why he had to move the goalpost? Because he knew what he did was wrong, and he was wrong. Because the whole point is that he's been saying, oh yeah, you're racist because you've been calling black people Canaanites, right? That's what he's been saying, right? Well, you're racist because you've been calling black people Canaanites. Black people, I'll say, well, Canaanites are black. Oh no, they're not. So this whole argument is that they're not black people. But then after you hear this discussion I'm about to play for you guys, he's going to admit these things. But before even get into all that seriousness, I got a few other video clips I wanted to share, and talk about. I was looking for this discussion, man. I don't know why I can't find it, but I was looking for the discussion about the brother Daniel had with the so-called African American. Just what was it? I think it was last night, and they were basically talking about about the hip hop thing. Man, I don't know why I can't find that video, man. But I'll probably just paraphrase it when I get to it, so y'all can get the gist. And I also have some other videos I wanted to get into uh, about a discussion I had with Emac, a while ago about I don't know. Hopefully, he'll probably jump on later, and we'll probably even get into that discussion even further about how I believe that we speak things into existence, and basically that's also what the Bible basically teaches in the book of Genesis, chapter 1. How everything was by the word. So everything in creation that we see is by we speak things into existence, basically, right? So I'll probably get into a little bit of that. Like I said, we're gonna probably dibble dabble. I haven't been live in like over a week and a half, so I probably have a lot of things to say, a lot of videos to bring out, a lot of clips to go over. Oh yeah. Also another one, man. It was probably another video too. That's right. Uh, Damn, I just remembered it that I saw this week. The brother Vocab Malone, right? He dropped a video this week of him approaching the Sakari camp. And while he was approaching Sakari camp with him and his crew, I guess the Sakari camp got a phone call, or they got a call, Alizar or something like that, and basically told them that they weren't allowed to speak to Vocab Malone. So to Vocab Malone, I want to say, welcome to the club. I know how it is to be, how you say, black flagged or red flagged, because the Cans do have a no contact order with me also, but that happened like 4 years ago, so you're kind of late on that, Vocab. That's one thing. But I will get into that video because even though it was in my opinion a victory for Vocab, because that was some coward stuff, but at the same time I will make it fair. You know what I'm saying? But shalom, shalom, everyone. All right, let me get into it. Let me get into a video real quick. Yeah, I guess we'll get into this one first. Man, I don't know why I can't find that video, man. Let me see if I could try to find it, man. I could have swear it was under this sister's page. I don't know why I can't find it, man. I know she shared it with me, man. I just can't find it. Because I wanted to bring that out first, man. Discussion about Daniel had. Let me see if I can find it. Come on, man. Where is it? Was it Denise that shared it?
Because I serve you while I serve you, okay? You can't get out or you're going to real jail.
Oh, man, I can't find it, man.
Go to daycare. You want to be a baby? Okay, I'll treat you like a baby.
At that particular time, we had complete contact with the gods. You had what is called detail. You had what is called detail files. Did you go back and look at these?
All right, hold on. I'm trying to set it up. Hold on. I guess we'll talk about that first. About speaking things into existence, right? And it's funny, you know what I'm saying? Because I said, me and the brother Emac were having a discussion about this not too long ago about speaking things into existence. And it's funny because I was on TikTok the other day and this video popped up, and it basically speaks about it, right? So I'm gonna pull it up and then we'll, get into it a little bit.
These movies. Anytime you see these science fiction movies or science fact, everything at that particular time we had complete contact with the gods. You had what is called detail files. Did you go back and look at these movies? Anytime you see these science fiction movies are science fact. Everything that you see, Superman, Batman, or you see at that particular time, we had complete contact with the gods. You had what is called detail files. That you go back and look at these movies. Anytime you see these science fiction movies are science fact. Everything that you see, Superman, Batman, or you see the Predator, you see the Predator, you see the Terminator doing, that's what we could do. We had what is called detail files, which is called cosmic memory. So all the child had to do was to remember the cosmic memory. He had a library in his head. Not only did he have a library of knowledge in his head, he had the ability based on the black dot, which is the same stuff that is in the cosmos, to whatever he thought in his mind, he could make a reality, both in the physical and the spiritual. All what you see on the spiritual level is an idea. That you take a thought and you slow the vibrations down low enough, they'll come into physical matter. That's why the Holy Kabbalion, which is a part of the Tehutian literature, say the first law of nature is not self-preservation. That's a primitive man shit. The white man had to self-preserve himself for the simple fact he ain't. At that particular time, we had complete contact with the gods. You had what is called detailed files that you go back and look at these movies. Anytime you see these science fiction movies, it's science fact. Everything that you see, Superman, Batman, or you see the Predator, you see the Predator, you see the Terminator doing, that's what we could do. We had what is called detailed files, which is called cosmic memory. So all the child had to do was to remember the cosmic memory. He had a library in his head. Not only did he have a library of knowledge in his head, he had the ability based on the black dot, which is the same stuff that is in the cosmos, to whatever he thought in his mind, he could make a reality, both in the physical and the spiritual. All what you see on the spiritual level is an idea. That you take a thought and you slow the vibrations down low enough, they'll come into physical matter. That's why the Holy Kabbalion, which is a part of the Tehutian literature, say the first law of nature is not self-preservation. That's a primitive man shit. The white man had to self-preserve himself for the simple fact he ain't. At that particular time, we had complete contact with the God.
You see that, brothers and sisters? And that's what I really believe. And again, brothers and sisters, this is also what the Bible teaches, that we speak these things into existence. Now, I know before a few lives ago, I was showing when Emac and the brother Ephraim, and I forgot who else was on the panel, about the sand and the frequencies when you put the sand on the speaker and how it makes these perfect shapes. Because people don't understand that the words that we speak are basically spells. Everything is a spell, people. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Everything's a spell. Books are spells. The Bible, the Quran, all these things are basically what you call spells. When you speak these things, certain vibrations, are letting out. This is why things like in the past, when you see our ancestors talking about giants, little people, dragons, and stuff like that. The reasons why our ancestors at one time, thousands of years ago, were seeing these things is because these things once existed. But just like with anything, once you stop believing in it or certain things are not being spoken about, it certainly disappears and decimates, right? That's basically what reality is. You know what I'm saying? Just like, matter of fact, this is a show, man, about the gods. Some movie. I forget the name of the show, man. I know it's about like ancient gods, right? And in that show, it tells you that the gods tell you that the only reason they exist is because people believe in them and give praise to them. But once you don't believe in them or praise them, they vanish, they disappear. Why? Because, like I said, you speak things into existence. Just like UFOs. UFOs, I'm very sure 1,000 years ago weren't spoken about, right? But we see it progressing to the point where 2022 UFO sightings are normal nowadays. But before it wasn't normal, but now it's just normal. Why? Because we speak things into existence, right? Same thing with the Bible, Genesis 1:1, and the word said, "Let there be light," right? The word said, "Let there be light." Just like in the New Testament, Christ says how the word is the spirit, spirit is the word, right? Everything gets brought up about the word. We speak things into existence, right? And and I keep telling people that this powerful, our words are powerful, our words are spells. This is why you even see religions growing, right? Again, spells being released out, this energy, these vibrations, airwaves, whatever you want to call them, are being affected by all this, right? And I'm gonna give you an example, right? Hold on. I'm gonna show you an example of it. Is that it? No. I'm going to show you examples about how powerful our words can be, right? Now, in this article here, I believe is a short video also. It talks about how, this, I believe a museum or something did like an experiment called bullying, right? A bully experiment on plants, right? Basically, what happened is these kids go into this, this kids basically go into a museum where they basically locked away two plants, right? And one plant, there's a speaker inside the case, and is playing nothing but positive things to one plant, and then on the other box is playing negative things on the block in the box, and you're going to see the effects it has onto the plant. And again, brothers and sisters, again, I'm just showing you the power of words and what words can do. They're spells, right?
Nobody likes you. No one notices when you're in the room.
You're a mistake.
You're useless. You're not even green.
You look rotten. Are you really even alive?
I like you the way you are. Seeing you blossom makes me happy.
You're making a difference in the world.
You are beautiful.
I brought them here to see the plant. I was like, a plant is getting bullied. Like, it's not normal.
I think it's an excellent project. To have something tangible that they can actually physically be a part of is, I think, going to be very powerful.
As the weeks passed, I started noticing that the one that was being bullied started kind of to droop.
While the plant that was being complimented, it was flourishing and beautiful.
It's raised the profile massively of different forms of bullying and the effects that bullying can have on people.
If it affects a plant, it can definitely affect other people.
Why? Because again, people, words have power. Like I said, now they did that's I think a recent experiment, but that experiment was done a few years ago. I remember I've seen that experiment done by somebody else, where they were basically talking positive to one plant, and then the other plant they were talking negative, saying how ugly it was and everything, and it withered away and died. Same thing we just saw in this experiment, and this is what I was talking about the power of words, right, and the vibrations that it carries and spells that carries out into the airwaves, right. Now I want to bring out another video real quick to show you, to get a little bit more details about the frequencies that I'm talking about, like how when we talk, our tones, the anger or the happiness or whatever the case may be, the certain frequencies that come out of our mouth are basically perfect shapes that are speaking out into these airwaves. And this is why I keep telling you that what we say and do are important, right? Hold on, let me get to it. Okay, here it is. You see, and that's basically what happens when we speak. Like I told you, things we speak things into existence, just like you just seen in that video that was just displaying right there. There, the the different frequencies in which we speak. That every time the frequencies change, you saw that every time it changed, the sand changed it to a perfect shape, right? That's basically what happens when we speak words and spirits come out. So, like I said, basically words are like spells. All books are spells when it all comes down to it, right? Let me get into some more videos now, because like I said, I don't know, man. The sister from Information Age, brother, sister Avery, man. I was looking for that video that the brother Daniel was debating some dude. I guess it was like the other day, but they were basically talking about hip hop, right? And this is something that a lot of people just don't realize, right? That hip hop was not started with only African Americans. Hip hop was started by Hispanics and African Americans. Now, listen, people. I'm from the South Bronx, right? I'm from where hip hop started. You know what I'm saying? And the hip hop started in like what to say late 70s. I was 80 child. You know what I'm saying? And even back then, there was even a little beef, right, about who actually started hip hop, right? Because there was a MC called MC Sham who was basically trying to claim that hip hop started in Queens, whatever the case may be. But then, you know, the powerful KRS-One had to remind him, nah, stop it, bro. We all know that the Bronx was the creation of hip hop. But during this discussion with Brother Daniel and this individual, you know, I guess he's from the West Coast, and he was basically saying a bunch of foolish stuff, saying basically how the West Coast started hip hop and all this other nonsense, when we all know that's just fake and hilarious. But the point is this, right? When you hear African Americans say to you and say, oh, you're acting a certain way, or you're acting black, or whatever the case may be, or whatever. Listen, they can't say that to so-called Hispanics because, again, the so-called hip-hop culture was invented with also Hispanics. And we're going to show a few videos. I'm going to show a video of KRS-One dropping you guys some knowledge on it, and then another video with Busta Rhymes also dropping some knowledge on it, right, on this specific topic. Then we'll get into the actual video at hand, the two actual discussions about the Canaanite with Brother Tommy and Jahil, the ex-Yakad member, and also a discussion with whatever his name is, Warmonger, whatever his name is, Chief Warmonger. All these clowns that be trying to debate me, man. But let's get into that one video I was telling you about. Hold on.
Olivia, you're going to daycare. I had enough of you.
This is one of the most underrated, forgotten parts of hip hop. Some Latino scholar.
All right, let's see if I can share it. There we go. Exactly, Ben Cuevas. You know where I'm about to go with it, bro. We're gonna hear the great KRS-One teach the people the truth, right? Share it.
Latino scholar should do a book on this. When hip hop first started, it was blacks and Latinos. At the beginning, when it started, as a matter of fact, it was that energy. We was already here, slaves in America, getting free. Then Puerto Ricans, Dominicans, Cubans started coming into New York. It started from the 30s, from the 20s. We linked up. We started teaching you guys English. We started teaching us Spanish. Some of the foods that we forgot about, some of the ancient techniques we forgot about, the Latino community brought it back fresh from the Caribbean. Black people got educated. I'm gonna have to talk about Ruby D, MC Ruby D. In the early days, there was a rhyme. He said, I'm MC Ruby D, a Puerto Rican. You might think I'm black by the way that I'm speaking. Everybody knew that rhyme. Everybody. You wasn't hip hop unless you knew that rhyme. Romantic Fantastic Five. So the Latino, I can go on and on. The Latino connection is really strong, but it's again the corporate that wants to make you think that rap is just about black males doing poetry, and it was never about that from the beginning. Let me even take it further. It was a breath of fresh air when punk came back out. This is one of the most underrated, forgotten parts of hip hop. Some Latino scholar should do a book on this. When hip hop first started, it was blacks and Latinos.
And that's facts. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is like I said, I grew up in the 80s. I know all this stuff. We all know where hip hop started. And the thing is that nowadays people just think that hip hop is just rapping, right? Oh, it's just rapping. If you're an MC, that's hip hop, blah, blah, blah. They set the trends. No, there's 4 elements of hip hop, bro. You have breaking, graffiti, DJing, and the MC. Okay? Now, I remember growing up in elementary, junior high, high school, all the best breakers and all the best graffiti artists were us Hispanics. One of the best crews in New York was what? Rocksteady crew led by Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? Like when people try to say, oh, you guys are acting like us. No, bro, stop that, bro. The hip hop culture comes from also us, bro. That's just facts. And a lot of people, a lot of African Americans hate to admit that. You know what I'm saying? But that's just the truth. And you're gonna hear now you're about to hear even the brother Busta Rhymes say basically the same thing, right? Hold on, let me open it up.
Latino and Jamaican and Caribbean people.
Okay, hold on. Share it. Yeah, here it is. Boom.
Tropical people, people that understand that timing, that rhythm and that pocket feels like in a way unlike any other culture of people. From the bass lines to the way we choose to place our words as people of the Caribbean and of the tropics. I think that it's something you can't really define in words. It's a feeling thing. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you watch Latinos do the South Side of Merengue and you see Jamaican people, do their shit. It's kind of like something that goes hand in hand. It ain't a coincidence that in every urban community, Latino and blacks is there together. That ain't no accident. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you find in every urban community Middle Eastern and black or Asian and black. You always see Latino and black. And I think we just so a part of each other's cultural significance, not only as tropical people, but even here in the United States, where the multicultural, because the U.S. ain't got no culture. They shit is all our shit. A bunch of our shit is what makes the U.S. whatever you want to call it. We still don't know what that culture is for the U.S., but it's a mix-up of all of our cultures. And in the urban community, the Latino and the West Indian has the greatest influence, and we've always had, and we'll always will, and it's just been that way. So I've actually been influenced by the Latino community, which allows me to feel that much more comfortable putting my West Indian influence in my music, because they made me feel that much more proud to be like, yeah, man, me that Jamaican, and I say it. But I'm just saying, a lot of the times, it ain't until you're made to feel comfortable giving it to the people who and what you really are, what your influences are, your upbringing in the house, that you do it. So, being that I've been made to feel comfortable doing it, I think I also got to acknowledge and credit the Latinos for their influence on me, just the same way that I've been able to take that influence and give it back to the music. But a lot of that just has to do with just being around it, growing up a part of it, and just seeing that it worked. When I was able to do this shit and incorporate it little by little and seeing this shit work, I was like, man, this shit is not gonna ever stop happening with me, because it's an advantage that I have being of the Caribbean descent, being of the tropical upbringing, being from that environment. I can use that to my advantage. A lot of rap motherfuckers and American artists, they can't use that, and I can do what they doing as an American, but I also have this little secret weapon that I'm gonna pull out the stash every now and then, and I must use it to my advantage. So, I think that's really what it is, and so far, it's been magical results for me.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Latino and Jamaican and Caribbean people,
So there you have it, people. It is what it is. Africa, like I said, people can hate all they want, but that's just facts, man. It just is what it is. Like I said, when I grew up, that's all it is, bro. All the best breakers, best graffiti were always the Hispanics, bro. Even my school, whatever the case may be. Even though me and my brother, we were into hip hop, but we were, I was a rapper, so was my brother. You know what I'm saying? Like we actually rapped. And then our DJ was a so-called Puerto Rican, with two Puerto Ricans. You know what I'm saying? Who did what, 4 of my mixtapes? He did like 4 of my mixtapes. He mixed and mastered it. You know what I'm saying? The Puerto Ricans did it. You know what I'm saying? So when these people talk this nonsense about, oh yeah, oh hip hop is, oh, you know, black music, but that's far from the truth. Okay, that is some Puerto Rican and Cuban and Dominican swagger with it, bro. Trust, right? All right, so let's get into the topic at hand. But before that, we play just one more video. You know, because these people, you know, they swear that Tainos are killed off and shit, but we're gonna find out if that's true, right?
Appear entirely as previously believed. Historians believed the indigenous tribe called the.
All right, hold on, let me share it. So like I said, I just had a few video clips to share. Bam, there it is.
People of pre-colonial Puerto Rico did not disappear entirely as previously believed. Historians believed the indigenous tribe called the Tainos were completely eradicated after Europeans arrived to the island during the 15th century. But now that's not the case. Researchers have found 3 genomes from ancient skeletons living in the DNA strands of living Puerto Ricans. With me now to explain this important discovery is one of the geneticists on the project, Maria Nieves Colon. Good to see you, Maria.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So I'm fascinated by this story. I'd always been told, I have family from Haiti. I'd always been told that the Tainos were completely eradicated after Europeans arrived to the Caribbean islands. So explain to our audience why these results are so important to you, and of course to not just the people of Puerto Rico, but all the people in the Caribbean who would have had Tainos living on some of those islands.
Yeah, this is a very common story, actually, that we hear throughout the Caribbean. And it stems from interpretations of the writings that European colonizers left behind. They talk about people on these islands being wiped out or dying out pretty quickly after colonization. But that idea kind of bumps up against oral histories and stories that people tell on the islands of having, for instance, an indigenous great-grandmother or carrying cultural traditions that have a native origin into the present. So what our study, Go ahead. What our study looked at was the genomes of the ancient population to try to understand whether or not there was some genetic continuity that went hand in hand with the cultural continuity that we also see.
And you've spent 10 years doing that, working on this research, which is remarkable. So what are some of the biggest discoveries you were able to make over the course of your research?
Yeah, so we found 2 main things with our study. We looked at the genetics of about 124 ancient people that lived in Puerto Rico, at least 1,000 to 600 years before European contact. And we found first that there was a genetic connection between these ancient people and present-day indigenous communities in the Amazon, which suggests that it was Amazonian people who initially kind of peopled the islands of the Caribbean. And we also found there was a partial genetic continuity between them and present-day Puerto Ricans. And I say partial because we did also find a lot of genetic diversity that was present in the past that isn't present today. So clearly there was a decline. But the fact that we found 3 sequences that persisted into the present day suggests that this wasn't a complete genetic extinction.
That's fascinating. And I'd always long. A new study finds the people of pre-colonial.
All right, so there you have that one, right? All right, so let me just get into it now, man. Let's just get into it. Because, you know, I have to fly out to Puerto Rico in a couple of days. Yeah. My grandmother passed away So yeah, she was the last one. So I have no more, grandparents. She just passed away like 2 days ago. She was in a coma for like a few days. She fell in a coma from diabetic attack. So I have to fly out. But let me see. Facebook. Let's get into it, right? Here it is.
Debate on it now.
All right, people. So the first video I'm about to show you is the discussion I first had with the brother Tommy, and then after that, I'm gonna show you the discussion I had with Chief Warmonger and Jahlil Lex next. Right. So I'll let you guys hear it. It's gonna be like not even like 10, 13 minutes of this one. But like I said, in this one, you're gonna see me basically have him admit that yes, the Canaanites are black. After he's gonna say that the Canaanites are Palestinians, like how most these people have been saying for years to me on these group chats, right? Like EMAC and them and Frank Light and all of them, right? But finally got him on camera, had him admit that yes, the Canaanites are black. Watch. It's gonna be beautiful.
Weekly. You're weekly. You ran up the chat and you weekly. Bro, you're trying to say that Jubilee
You're just mad. You're just mad because your double master teacher had to school you again, bro.
But everybody laughed at you when you said double master teacher. Everybody laughed at you.
You can never win any arguments.
Jose,
and the only reason I left that group chat is because you guys invited Jeremiah, and then they started inviting Yeshub, Angel Ramos, and all of those races. And I already told my people that I will no longer build with them. And for me to build with them and be on a group chat with them would make me a hypocrite. I know you would love
you're one of them. What do you mean?
But I'm not a hypocrite. I already exposed those guys for speaking racist against black people on another
group
chat.
You're racist too.
And I made 2 videos exposing how these so-called Hispanics and then were being racist towards blacks.
All right, bro, listen.
That's why they hate me.
Let me
Jeremiah, I don't know who invited him. I'm very sure it was probably you, Tommy.
All right, so you babbling on about nothing. Now let me prove how you're racist.
I'm not going to be around a bunch of racists.
You took a group of African Americans, right, that are clearly from Africa, and labeled them all Canaanites. Then said that Canaan.
What the hell is all Africa, bro?
Hold on.
Yo, Tommy, I'll give you $1,000 if you can show me that I ever said that all Africans are Canaanites. All people from
Calm down, relax. What the fuck? Calm down. Canaan means slave of slaves. If by you calling yourself an Israelite, you're basically saying that you're their master. Black people are not Canaanites. So that's a big lie.
Show me when I ever said such nonsense that I'm a master over another people, or that my people are masters over other. Brother, you don't know what I teach, so stop it, bro.
It's not about you being a master over other people.
Stop pulling straw man.
You think you're clever, bro? But you like a little kid to me. It's not the point of you being a master. It's the point that you said that black people were Canaanites. And
And
Canaan means
that's what the
slave of
Bible.
slave.
That's what the Bible teaches.
The Bible does not teach that African Americans in the United States that was founded in the 1400s are Canaanites. You
Yes,
don't.
it
You're
does.
too dumb to understand. And I don't
Yes,
mean
it
to ad
does,
hominem
sir.
you.
Yes, it
And
does,
I
sir.
hate to use that hominem, but you are too dumb
Yes,
to
it does,
understand
sir.
that Canaan is
So
in
how about
the
this,
Middle
Tommy? Would
East.
you like to debate me on
Bro,
it?
how far
Show
is
me
how
who the
far is
Canaanites are in
Canaan?
the Bible, and I'll
Okay,
show you who the
bro.
Canaanites are in the Bible.
Have you,
Let's set the
bro?
debate
Have
up,
you,
bro.
Jose? Have you heard
Let's
of
set it
Goy?
up, brother.
Jose,
I don't
you
want to hear
too
your.
dumb.
Wow, did this thing just kick me out of my own show? All right, hold on, man. Baby boo, get out. I don't know what happened. I was kicked out. Let me see. I don't know what happened. I don't know if I was kicked out. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'll start it from the beginning of the conversation again. I will no longer build with them, and for me to build with them and be on a group chat with them would make me a hypocrite. I know you would love
You're
me
one.
to be
You're
a
one of them. What
hypocrite,
do you mean?
but
You're
I'm not a
racist too.
hypocrite. I already exposed those guys for speaking racist against black people on another
But you're
group chat.
racist too. You're
And
one
I
of them.
made 2 videos
All of y'all are
exposing
Puerto
how
Ricans.
these
What do you mean?
so-called Hispanics and then were being racist towards blacks.
All right, bro. Listen.
That's why they hate
Listen.
me.
Let
And
me
then
tell. Let me
Jeremiah,
prove
I
to
don't
you
know
how
who
you're
invited him. I'm very
racist.
sure it was probably you, Tommy.
All right,
You
so
probably
you was
invited them
babbling
into
on
that
about
group chat.
nothing. Now let me prove how you're racist.
I'm not going to be
Now
around a bunch of racists and
took a
people I
group of
refuse to build with.
African Americans, right, that are clearly from Africa, and labeled them all Canaanites. Then said that Canaan.
What the hell is all Africa, bro?
Hold on.
Yo, Tommy, I'll give you $1,000 if you can show me that I ever said that all Africans were
Calm
Canaanites.
down.
All people from Africa are
Calm
Canaanites.
down. Relax. Calm down. Canaan means slave of slaves. If by you calling yourself an Israelite, you're basically saying that you're their master. Black people are not Canaanites. So that's a big lie.
Show me when I ever said such nonsense that I'm a master over another people, or that my people are masters over other. Brother, you don't know what I teach, so stop it, bro.
It's not
Stop
about you
pulling
being a
straw
master
mans,
over
bro.
other people.
Stop
See, the thing
pulling
is,
straw
you
mans.
think
Bro,
you're
this is
clever,
garbage, bro.
but you like a little kid to me. It's not the point of you being a master. It's the point that you said that black people were Canaanites. And Canaan means
that's what the
slave of
Bible.
slave.
That's what the Bible teaches.
The Bible does not teach that African Americans in the United States that was founded in the 1400s are Canaanites. You're too dumb to understand. And I don't mean to ad hominem you.
Yes, it
And
does, sir.
I hate to use that hominem, but you are too dumb.
Yes, it does, sir.
Canaan is
So
in
how about
the
this,
Middle
Tommy? Would
East.
you like to debate me on
Bro,
it?
how far
Show
is
me
how
who
far
the Canaanites are in the Bible, and I'll show you the Canaanites in the Bible. Let's set the debate up, bro.
Jose, have you
Let's
heard of
set
Goy?
it up,
Jose,
brother. I don't
you
want to hear
too
your
dumb for me to debate. I'm not debating. You too dumb. Have you ever heard of Goree Island? Do you know where
Brother,
Goree
I need you to tell me who the Canaanites are according to the Bible, bro.
Dr. Lecter, do you know where Goree Island is?
Tommy, who are the Canaanites according to the Bible, sir?
They're not West and Central Africa.
Who are they? I didn't ask what they weren't. I asked who are they?
They're like a son of Ham.
Who are they? Who are they today? What nation of people? Show me them.
They would be the Palestinians, like in Palestine.
Ask who are they?
They're like a son of Ham.
Who are they? Who are they today? What nation of people? Show me them.
They would be the Palestinians, like in Palestine.
So you're saying
they're like a son of Ham.
Who are they? Who are they today? What nation of people? Show me them.
They would be the Palestinians, like in Palestine.
So you guys heard it out of Tommy's mouth, right? They're the Palestinians, the people in Palestine today, right? Like I said, this is what these group chats been saying. This is what Fopi and them been saying. This is what Jahil and them has been saying. You're going to see, how I defeat Tommy's argument in this discussion, but also I want to bring it over until the other discussion, in the second discussion with the ex-Yakad member of Quana, Jahil, right? Whatever his name is, Jahlil, whatever his name is, right? Exactly. Shalom, Joey Ray. Shalom, Ben Cuevas. Exactly, Pen. I didn't even see all the remarks you made, right? Let me see. Hold on. I always talk about back when I was talking about the hip hop stuff. Is that you're right? It started in the South Bronx with the Boricuas and blacks. Watch the movie Wild Style. Exactly. That's a beautiful movie to see. But you're gonna see nothing but blacks and Hispanics break dancing and doing all that stuff, bro. Exactly. Then you have, he said, Wild Style, B Street. Yep. Delivery boys were all breaking, rapping, graffiti. Exactly. Pop locking. Exactly. That's right. The Rocksteady crew with crazy. Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. It's like, I hate when people want to talk about hip hop but don't know hip hop culture, bro. It's like, you guys are a lot of these new cats, these youngins don't know what hip hop and how hip hop actually started. They actually think that was just nothing but black music. Nah, bro, stop it, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just it's basically all trash. All right, but let me get back to the video because, like I said, it's gonna. You all just heard them, right? The Palestinians, like I said, they've been saying this for years. Fopi and all these guys. But watch how I'm going to defeat his logic. And again, and then you also try to be slick with it, right? You all heard him. He's like, oh, but they're not African American. See, he's trying to even get more specific because that's not what he's been saying. What he's been saying is that even before the recording started, when Emax started recording, he was basically saying, oh, the Canaanites aren't black people. They're not black. They're not black. You know what I'm saying? But then watch, you can hear him say, after I showed the evidence and everything like that, yeah, they are black now. That's what I do, people. That's what happens when you have a discussion with me. I'm going to make you admit these things, bro. That's why people don't like to have discussions with me. And watch, I'm going to have them admit it. So you're saying the Palestinians today that are in Palestine are the Canaanites?
The land that they are on is called Canaan, and before it's called Canaan.
I didn't ask. Am I asking the wrong question? Are you people understanding the question I'm asking, Tommy? Here,
I understand it.
Yeah, right. It's very clear, right? I'm asking who are the Canaanites, and he's running around.
Well, some people think the
you know why, Tommy?
Look, the Canaanites don't exist. Some people think the Canaanites are the Jews. Some people think it's the Egyptians. No, the point is,
it's perfectly fine.
You're missing
it's perfectly
the point.
Fine. Just
you're missing the point. They're not West and Central Africans. So it doesn't matter who
I
they
didn't
are.
ask. Brother, I didn't. Everybody here could clearly say I didn't ask you who they weren't. I didn't ask Tommy, hey, who don't you think are the Canaanites? I didn't say that. Brother, I didn't ask. Brother, I didn't. Everybody here could clearly say I didn't ask you who they weren't. I didn't ask Tommy, hey, who don't you think are the Canaanites? I didn't say that. I said, ask, brother. I didn't. Everybody here could clearly say I didn't ask you who they weren't. I didn't ask Tommy, hey, who don't you think are the Canaanites? I didn't say that. I
there
said,
ain't no people walking this planet right now. And again, people, y'all see exactly that's what I do.
That's exactly what I do, bro. I be calling people right on their stuff, bro. Bro, I didn't ask you who they weren't. Why do you keep telling me who aren't the Canaanites? I'm asking you who are the Canaanites. And as you see, again, brothers and sisters, it's been like 5 years. And why is it that every time you talk to an African American, they act like that? They cannot just answer questions directly. Why? We all know why. We have been knowing why for years now.
You said the Palestinians. There's
no people in modern times right now walking around
dancing again.
There's nobody walking around right now that
Tommy,
says,
you're
"Hey,
nowhere
I'm a
on my
Canaanite."
level, man.
It doesn't exist in modern times.
Stop it, Tommy, bro.
So modern, who walks around and says, "I'm a Canaanite"?
Bro, Tommy, stop it, bro. I asked you a simple question, and you can't. Oh, now I have to answer your question. You see this people? I have to answer his question, but he can't answer me.
I answered your question. I said there's no people walking around calling themselves Canaanites. None. Not even Jews do that.
Now, people at this point, after he says that, right? So after he says, I'm like, oh man, all right, fine. I'm just typing it in right now. People in the land of Israel calling themselves Canaanites, right? And I'm going to play it for everybody on that panel. And then I'm going to start getting everybody on that panel involved and asking, hey, Sister Avery or Sister Denise or Emac or blah, 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 blah. Do these people look like this? And this is where Tommy's is just going to go downhill to the point where he's going to start admitting that, yeah, they are black, but not the African Americans in America, but they are black now. Oh, so you went from saying that they went from Palestinians who aren't black people to now saying that, brother, it was a bloodbath, bro. And this is what I do. I know. It's going to hurt him real bad. Watch this. Okay, so there's no people, right? There's no people. There's no people calling themselves Canaanites. That's what you said?
There's no people calling themselves Canaanites.
All right, fine. All right, cool.
And the point of what you're missing is that West and Central Africans are not Canaanites.
Okay.
So you're moving the goal point to try and make yourself seem right because you're like a little kid. You think you're clever and you can distract the audience. You can distract people who have a short attention span, but you can't distract master intellects like me. Doesn't work. The point is, you said that blacks are Canaanites. Canaan means slave or slave. You're calling yourself an Israelite. You're basically indirectly saying that you're their master and that they're in need of your guidance. That's racism, bro. Like I said, you can talk all the shit you want. Everything that I say about blacks is sarcasm, jokes, and trolling. I don't really believe.
All right, everybody. Hey, Tommy, here's a video of African Americans in Israel today calling themselves Canaanites and calling for their African American brothers and sisters to return back to Palestine. To return back to Palestine.
African Americans, craziest motherfuckers on the planet.
Here it is.
They're not Canaan. Do you think I'm gonna believe that or think that's real because you saw a video? You must think I'm
Tommy, let them hear it. Canaan. You hear that? The Canaanite boy on his sheet in Israel.
Those aren't Canaanites, moron.
What? They're going to say it out their own mouth. Stop it. Stop it, bro.
Just because he says that doesn't mean it is real.
Like, people that live in the those Canaanites.
You act like a girl with no self-esteem.
Stop it, bro.
Just because a guy whispers in his ear don't mean that he really loves you. Just trying to
hold on. I know, brother. You
bro, you are a man. You are not a girl.
Hold on,
Jose. You are a man. You are not a female. Do you think you're talking to a female? Dog, you are talking to a king. Dog, I know everything. Dog, there's no way on earth you could trick me. You don't have the intelligence to
Wait,
think, guys.
Tommy, I know.
Black
Come
people
on,
call
bro.
themselves
You can
all
calm your
kind of
nerves
stuff.
for a second
They
and
call
let people get
themselves
edified.
Semitic, Egyptian. Okay, do you know what that's called in
Ivory,
psychology?
does that look like an African American
It's
child?
called taking on an id.
Yes.
EID. It's called taking on an id. Black people take on personalities. Do you understand what black people do that?
Hey, Ivory, I know it hurts, bro. Just let the people see. Come on. Ivory, does that look like an African American boy? Huh?
Say what?
Does this look like an African American boy?
He looks Somalian African.
Thank you. Now, again, there are plenty of videos online where you can see people in the Holy Land today, Negro people who are saying that they are Canaanites, bro. All
Black
day long.
people. Okay, so look, let me tell you a secret about black because you're not black.
Stop it, bro.
Let me give you a secret about black because you're not black.
I can give you. Hold on. Stop it.
Bro, you're just wasting your time showing me those videos. If you actually think I'm dumb enough to listen to you, you're insane.
Even from a lot of these Hebrews, I love this book, right? Babylon from Timbuktu, right? From another Negro scholar, right? Rudolph Winslow, right?
You sound racist. You said Negro
Let's go
scholar.
find out what he said the Canaanites were.
Listen how
Let's
you
go see
talk.
if he said they were white people or Arabs or whatever. Let's go see what he says.
You know what you mean when you say Negro. You racist, man.
Brother,
you know what you mean.
Saying it again,
bro. You know what you mean when you say Negro.
What was this?
Because you're not calling them black, and you're not calling them African American.
Okay,
you're calling them an old 1950s
in this book,
which is
he
Negro.
tells you, he says that all the Canaanites were black people.
But they're not West and Central Africans.
He doesn't say Lebanese. He doesn't say Palestinians. He said black people.
But they're not Western. They're not African American.
Bro.
They're in America.
Brother,
How can they be Canaanites if they live in America? That doesn't make any sense. You're insane.
I can show you artifact. I can show you artifact after artifact.
You can post a billion artifacts.
All right.
Simple logic simply defeats you, dog.
Artifacts rule. Artifacts of pottery don't lie. Men lie. Women lie.
Bro, African Americans. Let me tell you something about black people, dog. Black people take on the identity of other people. They're copycats. That's what black people do. They copycat other people, man. That's what they do.
Let's learn.
They be Hebrew Israelite 1 minute, Canaanite the next, Jew the next, Christian the next. They even copied the white man's they copied the white man's gay shit and lesbian shit. You got black lesbians running around too dumb to understand that the word lesbian.
What did Tony
means
say about
lesbos
black
Greek.
women earlier?
Huh?
Who?
What was that racist?
Okay, so what's about to happen now, right, is the sister's about to ask me about the racist shit that the guy Tommy was saying earlier. But I want everybody to notice this, what Tommy's doing. Everybody's already seeing it. The topic is, who are the Canaanites? And you notice when people start losing an argument, they try to pull straw mans or gaslight. They try to change the topic. You see what Tommy's doing. He's trying to get away from the Canaanite and get into who's racist, me or you, Jose? You're racist. See, when you calling people Negroes is calling people Negroes is racist now? That's fucking crazy, bro. And this is why I keep telling you, bro. This is why you just heard me. Every time Tommy kept saying and stuff like that, what did I just keep doing? I just kept reading the book, keep bringing out my artifacts, and keep bringing out my facts, and just keep it pushing. Because that's how you have to do with these Canaanites, because they can't handle the truth. You see what I'm saying? And you're going to see me just keep going and going. And Tommy's going to keep trying to bring the racist stuff. So now to the point where now it reminds the sister. She's like, Jose, can you tell the sister Denise the racist shit that Tommy was saying earlier when I got onto the platform? And watch, I'm going to repeat it. And again, this is why we're going to find out who was really the racist. It wasn't me. It was Tommy. But yet Tommy's trying to make me seem like the racist because I'm saying I'm addressing people as Negroes or something. And he's trying to get off the Canaan and so no. The reason why I said the Babylons of Timbuktu was written by a Negro, so you guys, because I know how you guys are, say, oh, you're being biased. Who wrote that book? A white man? No, I'm reminding you. Look, even according to your own people's scholar, that's the whole point, and why I mentioned why he's a Negro. So you won't say I'm being biased with the information I'm sharing. Duh. Let's get back to it.
This stuff Tommy said about black women earlier.
Oh, y'all remember he said how black women were ugly, and then remember when you got on, he was like, that black women look intimidating with their natural hair. They look.
Judah next, Christian the next. They even copied the white man's. They copied the white man's gay shit and lesbian shit. You got black lesbians running around too dumb to understand that the word lesbian.
What did Tommy
means
say about
lesbos,
black
Greek.
women earlier?
Huh?
Who?
What was that racist stuff Tommy said about black women earlier?
Oh, y'all remember he said how black women were ugly, and then remember when you got on, he was like, that black women look intimidating with their natural hair. They look like basically scary.
Yeah, I was trying to let Sister Denise hear that.
Oh my God!
But the thing is that they know that I'm joking when I say that. But you're serious. You say, but the thing.
Remember when you got on, he was like, that black women look intimidating with their natural hair. They look like basically scary.
Yeah, I was trying to let Sister Denise hear that.
Oh my God!
But the thing is that they know that I'm joking when I say that. But you're serious. You say, but the thing is, you're not black, and you address blacks as Negro, and you're calling blacks Canaanites, and you're promoting it. You're attacking black culture.
No, I'm not.
You
No,
are.
I'm not.
Well, you're not black, so you
How,
don't give a fuck
brother,
about black.
How, if, brother, historians are telling you that these are pictures of ancient Canaanites. Now, again, Sister Hebrews.
That's not a Western Central African. That's not an African American.
African American?
Are you what kind of drugs are you doing out where you at? That's not an African American in that picture. He's not from like St.
Brother,
Louis.
I want the sisters to answer because, brother, you're not an honest person.
How am I? I'm the most honest motherfucker on this phone.
That's why I'm asking them.
They're gonna agree with me. They're in my cult. What do you mean?
Of Canaanites on the wall. Did they look like African Americans?
The most honest motherfucker on this phone.
That's why I'm asking them.
They're gonna agree with me. They're in my cult. What do you mean?
Of Canaanites on the wall. Did they look like African American?
It looked African.
No, it's not. Do they look like African Americans?
Doesn't look like no damn Palestinian, right?
No,
like
it's are they? Right? Are they? It's not. Do they look like African Americans?
Stop it, Tommy.
No, it's not. Do they look like African Americans?
Doesn't look like no damn Palestinian, right?
No,
like
it's are they? Right? Are they? It's not. Do they look like
African?
No, it's not. Do they look like African Americans?
Doesn't look like no damn Palestinian, right?
No,
like
it's are they? Right? Are they? It's not. Do they look like African Americans?
Stop it, Tommy.
Are they African Americans?
Here's one of their gods, right? A Canaanite god. This is Arzra, right?
Uh-huh.
Again, what does she look like?
That definitely doesn't look black.
No, she's like African. If you look at the phenotype, it's light.
She look African. Look at her hair.
See, this is the thing, guys. Y'all don't know how
Tommy, stop it, bro.
Your opponent
and that's the goddess Arzra, bro.
The thing is, you taking advantage of blacks because they don't got no cunning and cleverness. And they don't they respond directly to what you're saying.
This is a Phoenician head. This is a Phoenician head found in 1100 BC. Okay, of a Canaanite. Again, is this a white man, an Arabian man? Please, Tommy.
Brother, it's not about whether they're black or not. I didn't say that. I said,
don't lie, bro.
A crazy man. I said that they're not African Americans, not that they're not black.
Doesn't that look like Obama?
Right. That's what. Yeah, they're not African Americans.
I said that they.
And you see, people, that's how you do it. Now, again, he's trying to be more specific. Oh, they're not African American. That's not what he's been saying to me. He's been saying that they're just not black people at all, meaning they're not black. That they're Palestinian. Now, again, I've been showing the sisters, pictures of what the Canaanites look like, and you guys all hear what the women are saying. Yeah, they look African. They sure don't look Palestinian, like the brother Tommy was saying in his initial argument. But then again, it's after you guys see it. I'm showing him. Now he's changing it, and now he's basically admitting that they are black, but just not African Americans, though. But wait a minute, Palestinians are not black people. They're not known to be black people. You don't identify Palestinians as black people. Stop it. This is what happens, people, when you lose arguments. You change argument, you change your stance, but now not only is he changing the stance, he's trying to stay away from. Now he's trying to make a differentiation between Negroes and black people or something like that. Stop it, bro. These guys are done. They're washed up. He's been fighting me for a minute. Oh, they're not black, but now they are black, but just not Negroes. So the ones in the Americas. Stop it, bro. This is what I do, people. I'm gonna have him keep admitting it. And you go also who was actually the racist, what he said. Even had the two sisters. That's what I'm saying. You guys have to understand this. This is what these guys, these black guys, tell these black women. Yo, when I got in the group chat, that's how the discussion, I had to, get into the discussion and kick him in his mouth again because of dumb shit that he keeps saying. He actually got online, him, Emac, the sister was there, and he basically said, that black women look intimidating with their natural hair. They look all aggressive and blah, 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 blah. I'm like, bro, stop it. You know what I'm saying? To the point where you heard the sisters like, yo, there's like, oh, bro, you're horrible, bro. She's like, oh, repeat it to the sister Denise what he said. Why? Because come on, bro. Why? Because Tommy, they all see who's the real racist here. Stop it, Tommy. Shalom, brother Salomi. All right. Let me get back to the video. It's going to be a bloodbath. And then, like I said, it's going to go to the second video. And then I'll open up the floor for anybody who want to come on.
We're not African American. Not that they weren't black. I don't care if the Canaanites are black or not. They got some statues that look black, some don't. We know that Canaan was an Egyptian colony.
What does Canaan mean?
Egypt was black.
What does Canaan mean?
And Canaan comes from him, so I wouldn't be surprised.
What does it mean? What does his name mean? What does Canaan mean?
I have no idea.
See, that's what I'm saying. So stop trying to teach stuff about Canaan when you don't know nothing about Canaanites.
No, I don't need to know nothing about Canaanites. All I need to know is that Canaanites are not African American. That's all I need to know. You think I can't type in Canaanite on a Google search? Come on, man. You don't got no real scholarship.
Just means to be a merchant.
You're a little kid.
Means to bend the knee
you're
with humiliation. Now again,
you're a little kid. Grow up. Grow up. All you do is just waste people's time.
Wait, I got a question. Tengo pregunta. I got a question. What Tommy in Vega, like, okay, you're saying African American, you're saying they're not African American, and Vegas saying that they are black, they're African. So you guys are kind of saying two different things. Like, are you like Tommy saying they're not African American, which is the people that are over here,
right?
Tommy, are they?
So he's saying that they may be. No, he's saying they may be Africans, but they're not African Americans.
You know exactly what I said because I said it 1,000 times.
No, I asked you who the Canaanites are, and everybody saw you run. So stop it.
See, the thing is, Jose is not dumb.
But see, he
Jose
said that,
is just manipulative.
That this is.
I'm not manipulative. I'm very intelligent.
But bro, do you understand that I can see every little manipulation that you can do? Because I'm more manipulative than you. You gotta understand.
The sister was trying to say something, Tommy. But go ahead, sis.
What do you mean? I'm the king. I speak first. I'm not a female, dog. When I'm done, then she can talk.
Oh Lord.
That's crazy.
But what were you saying, Ivory?
I was telling Denise, I believe that Jose is the brother that believe that this is like the ancient land. Like everything that they say happened there happened here in America.
Exactly.
Okay, but what he's saying, Ivory, is that he's saying that Black Americans are Canaanite. Canaan means slave or slave, which would be us, right? That's way worse than me joking around about y'all hair. I don't think that y'all slaves.
I don't understand. Wait. What? How is that racist? Is that not your history? That's what I'm saying, brother. If this is not your history, then you could call me a racist or a liar. But am I wrong when I say that African Americans to this day still talk about the harshness of slavery, right, that their ancestors faced? Correct.
But it had nothing to do with Canaan.
And they will tell you, brother, brother, it's not me, but they will even tell you that they had it the worst. It's like, yo, no other race on this planet has been treated worse
That's a
than the
goddamn
so-called
lie.
African
The
American.
Spanish Inquisitions was horrible.
Is
The
that
white
not?
man tried to wipe out the Native
Am I
Americans.
lying though?
World
Hebrew,
War
am I
One
lying?
and World War II, the
that
body
is
count.
Now, at this point, you're gonna ask me here, ask the sisters, am I lying when I'm saying this about African Americans complaining about that? And you're gonna hear both the sisters basically agree with me again, people. And again, people, when you have so-called African Americans agreeing with the so-called Hispanic, you already know you lost the freaking debate, Tommy. And this is where that's why I keep telling you, these guys wish they could beat me in a discussion or a topic.
Was
they
justified.
do say that, but
Okay,
it's
thank
not
you.
true.
So
The
stop
other
that.
sister, the other sister
Tried to wipe out the Native
am I
Americans.
lying though?
World
Hebrew,
War
am I
One
lying?
and World War II,
No,
the
that
body
is
count
what
was
they say.
justified.
They do say that, but
Okay,
it's
thank
not
you.
true.
So
Is
the
that
white
not?
man tried to wipe out the
Am
Native
I
Americans.
lying though?
World
Hebrew,
War
am I
One
lying?
and World War II,
No,
the
that
body
is
count
what
was
they say.
justified.
They do say that, but
Okay,
it's
thank
not
you.
true.
So
The
stop
other
that.
sister, am I lying when I'm saying these things? Is this not what most
No,
of
yes, you
social
are
media
lying.
has been
All
showing?
humans
No,
have been
black people said
brutalized by
that.
all
It's not
other
lying.
humans.
Black
That's
people
what I'm
said
saying,
that.
Tommy. So
But
stop it. I'm
it's
not the other sister. Am I lying when I'm saying these things? Is this not what most
No,
of
yes, you
social
are
media
lying.
has been
All
showing?
humans
no,
have been
black people said
brutalized by
that.
all
It's not
other
lying.
humans.
But
Okay,
it's
thank
not
you.
true.
So
The
stop
other
that.
sister, am I lying when I'm saying these things? Is this not what most
No,
of
yes, you
social
are
media
lying.
has been
All
showing?
humans
No,
have been
black people said
brutalized by
that.
all
It's not
other
lying.
humans.
Black
That's
people
what I'm
said
saying,
that.
Tommy. So
But
stop it. I'm
it's
not
not true.
lying, bro.
All
I'm not
humans have
lying.
suffered, man. All humans have
You're
suffered.
right, and you're right, and that's you know what, Tommy. That's my argument to them all the time. And
But
that's
the
my
point
argument to them
is
all the
that
time,
African
Tommy.
Americans, just because they were enslaved, does not make them Canaanites.
No, that's not the point, brother. It's about the spirit. That's what I'm saying. Christ
There's
talks
no
about you
such
have to
thing as
test.
spirit.
He says
Prove
you
it.
have to
Put
test
a
the
spirit in a
spirit.
bottle. Can't do it.
He says you have to test the spirit,
There,
and I believe
who
the
is he?
spirit,
He ain't
a
nobody.
person's spirit
He
will
ain't no
let you
authority.
know and
Whoever you
reveal
talking
the
about is
nations they
not an
are a
authority.
part of,
I'm
bro.
the
Or
authority.
there's more of the seed of
There
Satan.
ain't no test no spirit. Who is he? I smack God in his face. He ain't shit. I'm the king. I smack God in the shit and spit in Jesus' eye. Ain't nobody to me. There ain't no authority, dog. That's what a true slave is.
Brother,
See, y'all
bro.
about shit. I'm the king.
Let you
Authority.
know and
Whoever you
reveal
talking
the
about is
nations
not
they
an
are a
authority.
part of,
I'm
bro.
the
Or
authority.
there's more of the seed of
There
Satan.
ain't no test no spirit. Who is he? I smack God in his face. He ain't shit. I'm the king. I smack God in the shit and spit in Jesus' eye. Ain't nobody to me. There ain't no authority, dog. That's what a true slave is. God in his face. He ain't shit. I'm the king. I smack God in the shit and spit in Jesus' eye. Ain't nobody to me. There ain't no authority, dog. That's what a true slave is.
Brother. And you hear how, and again, brothers and sisters, you hear how he talks. You know what I'm saying? And again, this is why I keep telling you that African Americans are Canaanites. Look how he's acting. They have a God complex. No, oh God, F Jesus, I'll spit in his eye. I'm the king. I'm telling you, people, African Americans have these certain African Americans have a God complex. They reveal themselves as being Canaanites. This is why they have a problem with the book. People like Tommy and stuff like that have a problem with the book because it exposes them and how they talk to people. You heard him. You even heard how he talked to his own sister. Remember, that's the same guy that says that black women he's black himself, right? Nigerian, right? I believe he's Nigerian. And he talks to black women the way he does. Oh, black women are ugly. Oh, you girls wear, when black women wear their hair natural, they're intimidating, and all this other crazy stuff. Then he says, "Oh, F God, I'll spit in Christ's face. Blah, 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 blah. I'm the God, I'm the king." Bro, these dudes have a God complex. And this is why the Bible is so important, because it helps identify these individuals. They could try to hide it all they want, but their spirit is going to reveal itself. And y'all see it for yourself over and over and over again. The mentality of a lot of these African Americans, they have the spirit of Canaanites, point blank, period. They're all about flesh worship.
Y'all bow down to these
you're
Abrahamic
like the
people.
spirit of Christ is leaving you right now. After
Nah,
you said you had it.
I am Christ.
After you said you had it, bro.
Christ.
You had
You
it.
think,
You're
you think
losing
I'm
it, bro.
afraid of an ideology in a book?
Like the
people.
spirit of Christ is leaving you right now. After
Nah,
you said you had it.
I am Christ.
After you said you had it, bro.
Christ.
You had
You
it.
think,
You're
you think
losing
I'm
it, bro.
afraid of an ideology in a book? Guy, you think I'm stupid? That's for the lower classes are afraid of that shit. Upper class people like Elon Musk and shit, we believe in wealth and materialism. We don't give a fuck about no spiritual shit. Even Abraham, he didn't give a fuck about God.
You hear this? People are like, this is crazy.
Abraham used
You got
God.
guys like this that's trying to take away people's spirituality, bro. That's crazy.
Spirituality is for poor people. It's not for rich people. It's for poor people. All that shit, all these Bibles and shit. That's why you don't see no rich people showing up to church. It's bums, crackheads, motherfuckers with mental disorders and shit.
What are you talking about, brother? There's
the type of motherfuckers in church.
Multi-million-dollar pastors, bro. What are you talking about?
They're called despots.
You have pastors that are worth like $60, $100 million, $150
but the upper class Catholics are worth that much.
Communities
the
and whatever
upper
the
class
case may be, bro.
Catholics, not the lower class Catholics. The idiot lower
How are
class
they so
Catholic.
people who are worth hundreds of millions are lower class?
The thing is, it's called the Holy See. The Jews are the bankers for the Roman Catholic Church. They give all their money to the Pope. The Pope walks around adorned in precious stones, gold, and jewels, while the other lower class Catholics remain poor because they're not smart. So you got to understand, the Christian pastor does the same thing. He pimps his congregants. You give him all his money. He buys private jets. The religion is for poor people. It's not for rich people. No rich person is going to, knowing that their lifespan is limited, going to waste their limited lifespan on religion. Only poor people do that because you're not rich. You don't got nothing better to do with your time but quarrel over books that were given you to by wealthy people. I heard you say earlier, you don't know who wrote those books. But Ptolemy wrote the Old Testament, and the Roman Caesars wrote the New Testament. Arius Calpurnius Piso, Titus, Flavius, Julius, all of them wrote the New Testament, and Ptolemy wrote the Old Testament. Both books were written in Alexandria, Egypt. When they had access to the Egyptian papyruses, all they did was mix in Sumerian and Canaanite religions to create your Bible, which means two bulls.
Oh man, bro, that was a great speech, man.
Doesn't matter.
Moved.
I know more than you. I'm
moved,
superior
bro.
to you.
All the evidence that you just showed, bro. I'm amazed, Tommy. Great speech, man.
Doesn't mix in Sumerian and Canaanite religions to create your Bible, which means two bulls.
Oh man, bro, that was a great speech, man.
Doesn't matter.
Moved.
I know more than you. I'm
moved,
superior
bro.
to you.
All the evidence that you just showed, bro. I'm amazed, Tommy.
I mean, you're smart. You probably already know that. But see, the thing is, you don't want to promote the truth. You want to promote lies. See, the thing is, look, you actually, Jose, I'm gonna tell you a secret. You probably put on this earth dog to be a really listen though. You probably put on this earth dog to be a great minister of truth. But Satan jumped in you, and you a great minister of lies.
Jumped into me, yeah.
Satan jumped into you, and you a great minister of lies. Something I don't know what happened to you.
Telling people to come to Christ and to believe in God is such a wicked person, bro.
That does make you a wicked person.
I'm wicked, bro.
Because what you're doing is you're trying to get people to be dependent upon a construct.
Christ's two greatest commandments: to love your neighbor as yourself,
Christ
and to
has
love
no
God
power.
with all your heart. That is
Christ
such
has no power. God has no power. He's powerless.
You die for
bro, if you take the elevator up, if you take the elevator up 10 stories, right, to the roof of a building,
nonsense.
Hold on, calm down and listen. If you take the elevator up 10 stories and you jump off that building, is Christ gonna save you? Is the angel Michael gonna fly out of heaven in another dimension?
And that's how you do it, folks. Clearly, he's trying to change the subject. That's how you do it. Ready, like I said, for years these guys have been saying that the Canaanites were something else, but now he's admitting that they can even be black now. And this is why even EMAC even wrote. Hold on, let me see if I can pull up that. You know what I'm saying? Because even EMAC was clowning him. Because again, for years they've been saying that the Canaanites aren't black. EMAC will even tell you, they're not black. Me and EMAC, even to this day, even discuss that, and he still disagrees with me on that, right? Whatever the case may be, right? But after this discussion, this is what EMAC wrote to Tommy. This is what he wrote to Tommy after this discussion that we just saw here. I'm gonna show it to you. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, right. Right. So after this discussion that you all just witnessed, right? Because remember, EMAC is the one who actually recorded it, right? So after, later on that day, right, there's Tommy, right? There's Eric, EMAC, right? Look what Tommy says. They are black, but not black America. See? He changed his stance, right? Now look what EMAC's going to tell him, right? He says, I'll show you the timestamp. Hold on. Let me see. Maybe it's too bright. Hold on. Let me see. Let me lower the light. What happened? Right? So EMAC, it's too shiny, I guess, from that light. He's like, I'll show you the timestamp where you lost, right? To Tommy. But he says, I agree. See, he agreed that he lost, people. Right? He said, you lost. He said, that's another guy, right? He says, what is up with my phone? He says, but just not black Americans, right? This is what EMAC wrote to who says, Vega made you his bitch. Facts. Because everybody just heard it. Then when I started showing it to people, you heard even the sisters were agreeing with it. Yeah, they look like black people. They look like black people. They look like black people. They look like Africans. They look like Africans. And everybody in the group chat agreeing with me. But Tommy, for some reason, thinks he won. Come on, bro. You got to do better, bro. Got to do better, right? And here's another little clip I'm gonna show you, brothers and sisters, to further back up the Canaanites being Negroid-looking people, right?
What do you mean you don't know? Where did she get purple paint from?
Encyclopedia of archaeology in the Near Theology of the Arabian Gulf. Now we're going to the Oxford Encyclopedia of archaeology in the Near East. I think this is volume 1 where we get
Everybody, I am Nida.
Theology of the Arabian Gulf. Now we're going to the Oxford Encyclopedia of Archaeology in the Near East. I think this is volume 1 where we get confirmation. It is volume 1. So let's look inside. Right now I'm getting to the page. I've made a few notes quickly. All those people talking that black Semite, they won't be able to do so anymore. Page 410, Canaanites.
Ooh.
Look at them, look at the features. Remember what we dealt with when it comes to the phenotype, especially the hairstyle, the
Look at
beard,
those
the nose.
Canaanites.
3 main points. You can see the difference with the Egyptian on the left there. And he says, Canaanites, belief showing Canaanite vassals from the Memphis tomb of General Warmonger in Saqqara, 18th dynasty. And it's from a museum in Leiden. Now on page 411, look at them. You can see the difference with the Egyptian. Look at the hairstyle. This is the Egyptians there. This is the Semites. Look at the phenotype. Look at the hairstyle. There's a clear and obvious difference. But it's just easy to claim black Semites, so it suits everybody and everybody getting paid lying to the people.
Damn
You
liars.
can't beat archaeology with some funny. Anyway, copy of a mural from a tomb of Beni Hassan. Semitic tribes people dressed in color strip costume. You can see who they are. It's obvious. Ask permission to enter Egypt. Permission dated to the 19th century BCE. That stands for before the Common Era, for those who didn't know. This is from a museum in Vienna. Now, Canaan was ruled by Egypt from at least the time of Thutmose III, early 15th century BCE. Although Egyptian control of the province was sometimes very loose. Theology of the Arabian Gulf.
So there you have it, folks. Right? There you have it. All right, so let me get into the second video now. Once again, I don't know how I got kicked out of my own stuff, bro. It's crazy. All right, brothers and sisters. At this point, like I said, this is the second video. Like this happened just the other day, like probably like 5 days after that first debate. Now this one started out with this guy named Anu, or Chief Warmonger, he calls himself, I guess. And then we're gonna right here discuss about the pictograph Hebrew bull, right? we'll listen to a little bit. It was an easy body bag for me. And I even probably get into a little details about that. But then, like I said, we're going to skip that and then go to, matter of fact, we'll go to the part with the Canaan first, and then we'll end on with this guy real quick. We'll go right back to the beginning and hear that. But let's get to the nitty gritty about the Canaanites, because that's what we're on right now, the Canaanites. So at this point, I'm going to start debating Jahil, right? Quana's ex-student, one of Quana's ex-students, this big lit little bastard, bro. Let me see what's the time mark. 107. Okay, so let's get into it when we start talking about the Canaanite, right?
That's what I've been trying to tell them all day. Oh, that's what you
Emac already told Tommy how I bodied him last time we had the discussion. You were talking about images, bro. I have images for days, and they look just like Obama. Looks just.
Tommy, are Canaanites black people, Tommy?
I would easily debate this, and we'll bring out the pictures, we'll bring out the artifacts.
Hey, Tommy, are black people Canaanites?
Can he get his time? Can he get his time? Everybody can go on my channel. It's on my page. Tommy first said that the Canaanites weren't black people, but everybody saw that after I body bagged him, I had him admit that yes, they were black people at the end of the conversation.
Can he have his time? In the first
Hey, dude,
let me
just put it like this. It's on Emac's channel and it's on my channel. Me and Tommy had this discussion. I brung out the artifacts, and you know what? After I brung out the artifacts, Tommy had to change his stance and say yes, they are black. So I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but whoever wants to challenge me on that, I will be live tonight. Come on my channel and we can have that conversation, and I guarantee you it's not going to be good for my opponent.
All right,
Hey,
let me say something about the real quick. King is back. All I said was that black Americans are not Canaanites; they're not slave of slaves. So
No, you didn't say that. You didn't say that, sir. You said, brother, stop it.
Jose, let me finish.
Hey, listen, hold on. Hey, let me put something to put on. Who wants to bet $1,000 that Tommy said that they were the Palestinians?
Listen, let me put some input on that curse that's mentioned in Genesis about Canaan. First of all, Canaan had no kids at that time when that curse was given on him. And it was an individual curse, and it was only about Canaan. That's why it says he'll serve his uncle, Shem, and Japheth, or just Shem, whatever. The point is, it had nothing to do with his offspring at all. It had something to do with him. Whoever took that verse out of context, that has nothing to do with that.
I'm putting up the time. So how much time do each person need? A minute and a half?
I only need 30 seconds.
I need a minute, dude. I need a minute. It's only a verse.
All right. So who's going first, Tommy? Or
yeah, I'm gonna go first because I'm gonna be the shortest.
Go ahead. Time is
all
on.
I said to Jose and Emac was that black people are not Canaanites. That's it. It's nothing more, nothing less. They understood that they were losing the argument, so they tried to switch it to Canaanites being black, and because the Canaanites are black, they're somehow magically related to West Africans. And if I agree that Canaanites are black, that somehow applies to West Africans, which are not Canaanites, and it causes them to win. But they forget that the original premise was that Canaanites aren't black.
No, you said
that. The Canaanites, hold on, that Canaanites are not black Americans. I never agreed that they were black Americans.
Hey, Emac, you were there.
Yeah.
Did not Tommy say that the Canaanites were the Palestinians?
Yeah, he did.
Never agreed that they were black Americans.
Hey, Emac, you were there.
Yeah.
Did not Tommy say that the Canaanites were the Palestinians?
Yeah, he did.
Thank you.
That they were black Americans.
Hey, Emac, you were there.
Yeah.
Did not Tommy say that the Canaanites were the Palestinians?
Yeah, he did.
Agreed that they were black Americans.
Emac, you were there.
Yeah.
Did not Tommy say that the Canaanites were the Palestinians?
Yeah, he did.
You see, people, that's how you do it.
Pick it up.
This is how you catch liars. But that's what I'm saying. You don't have to argue with people like, bro, I already know your argument. You're here trying to say, because again, this is days later after that debate where I made him change his whole stance. So now he's acting like us. Oh no, I always said they were black, but just no, he never said that. That's why I had to tell you, Emac, you were there in the conversation. Who did y'all claim that? Palestinians. Right there. We just caught. I have witnesses, bro. That's the whole point. Tommy don't get it. Tommy think he's a master teacher. Tommy's crazy. I'm his master teacher, his double master teacher. He's going to learn his place. And we all heard it from the last video. He clearly said that they were Palestinians.
Thank you. Now, everybody on this panel, are the Palestinians what you call black people?
No.
No. The Canaanites were the Palestinians?
Yeah, he did.
Thank you. Now, everybody on this panel, are the Palestinians what you call black people?
No.
No. Oh, Canaanites were the Palestinians?
Yeah, he did.
Thank you. Now, everybody on this panel, are the Palestinians what you call black people?
No.
No. All right, thank you.
No.
Palestinians?
Yeah, he did.
Thank you. Now, everybody on this panel, are the Palestinians what you call black people?
No.
No. The Canaanites were the Palestinians?
Yeah, he did.
Thank you. Now, everybody on this panel, are the Palestinians what you call black people?
No.
No. All right, thank you. Tommy, you're a fucking liar. Tommy, I just
no.
want my money, bro. I want my fucking money.
No.
Brother,
You can't
it's
get
on
your
Emacs channel. It's on Emacs channel.
Hey, the Palestinians in what time period? The present day Palestinians or the ancient
Tommy, I'll
Palestinians?
let you speak. Tommy, I'll let you speak. Now let me speak. Again, everybody, it's
that
on
Palestinian
Emacs
was a word
channel.
for Philistine.
It's on Emacs channel. It's on my channel. Everybody can see when me and Tommy had this discussion. Tommy said that the Canaanites were not black people. Doesn't mean West Africans, African Americans, or whatever. His premise is that they weren't black, but everybody saw. Avery was there, Emac was there, and the sister Denise, I believe, was there when I started showing the artifacts and we started having a discussion. Tommy switched up and said, and he agreed at the end of the day, he changed his stance and agreed that yes, the Canaanites are black. And Emac here, Emac can tell you and vouch for it. That's all I'm saying. Tommy, you can lie all you want. It's on recording.
I agree they are black.
I got a question on the word Palestine, right? Hold on, can I say? Go ahead. I forgot I'm on somebody else's time, but I was trying to say a little thing. When you say Palestine, right? Remember, if you look up in whatever Hebrew is called Palestine, right? And it was only referred to Philistines. Remember, the Romans,
that is correct.
They only call it Palestine to refer to the inhabitants of the land. So you just can't say Palestinian.
We're not speaking right now. What does that have to do with Tommy saying that when we had the discussion that he said that the Palestinians were the Canaanites? So you can play again. You guys can try to play word games all you want. Everybody on the panel knew exactly what Tommy meant when he said that the Palestinians. Okay. Okay, then. So you could try to switch up words and Palestinian means this. I don't care. We're not arguing that.
I ain't trying to argue that. I'm trying to get to the bottom when you just say
that he said the Palestinians that were in Israel today were the Canaanites.
Okay. And I'm trying to refute that too, because you just can't say all Palestinians are Canaanites when it only refers to the inhabitants of the land. I ain't saying shit. That's where. I'm just speaking in general. That's like nobody just can't just make that claim. Oh, Palestinians are Canaanites. Just because, where's that come from? You just can't just say that.
But
that's what Tommy said. Brother, if I asked you about Nigerians, right? We're talking about Nigerians. What country are you going to be talking about? What place and country are you going to be talking about?
Africa.
And what people?
Yeah, West Africa.
Okay, the people in Nigeria, are they Asians? Are they Asian people?
Africa is not
a country. Nigerians Asian?
Africa is not a country.
Hell no.
I don't understand how y'all make
they
that.
do, but some do carry like Asian-like features. Some carry Asian features, but they're not Asian.
No, they're not Asians. No,
Australians? No, they're not.
They're not.
So we all know what Tommy meant when he said the damn Palestinians. We all know what Palestinians today look like. Australians? No, they're not.
They're not.
So we all know what Tommy meant when he said the damn Palestinians. We all know what Palestinians today look like.
They're not black people. No.
Okay.
They're not.
So we all know what Tommy meant when he said the damn Palestinians. We all know what Palestinians today look like.
See, you brothers and sisters are seeing it right there. Emac and the other brother that was on the live are agreeing with me. Like, yeah, they're not black people, blah, blah, blah. I'm right. See, Tommy, that's what I'm saying. People don't understand. Tommy, you lost. That's what I'm saying. People know you lost. Even in the last video, you hear even the sisters giggling at you and laughing at you. And even when I was joking about you, they were laughing. Like I was clowning you. They were laughing at you the whole time. Like, bro, you were the clown of that debate. That's just what it was. And now you see everybody here when I'm bringing it up, bro, about what I just did to you like 5 days earlier. Everybody's like, yeah, man. Yeah, bro, they're right. The Palestinians ain't black, bro. You're right. That's not what Tommy was saying. But now it's Tommy switching up, trying to move the goalpost. Stop it, bro. But that's just what I do, bro. Like I tell you, once I get people on the conversation, I'm going to make them admit these things, bro.
They are not black people. No.
Okay.
All right, then.
What they're trying to do? Let me respond for 30 seconds.
Who called my name? Who called my name?
That was me, Timotheus. They are the masters at distracting the fact that they can't defeat the king. I don't give a fuck if the Palestinians or Canaanites are black or not. All I simply said was that black Americans aren't Canaanites. All that other shit is just extra shit they throwing in there.
Emac, Emac and Avery were there. We did not say that. You said that they were not black.
I don't
you didn't
care
say
about
that.
I'm not an
You did not say
archaeologist,
that
brother.
they were not African Americans.
I
You
don't
said
care
that they
if they
were
are
not
not.
black. Bro.
All I'm saying is black Americans are not Canaanites. That's it. It's
You
no
didn't say
more
that in
or
the
no less
conversation.
than that.
You didn't say that. No one in the conversation until after I bodied him and made him switch up his argument.
You didn't
Then
body
he tried
anything,
to switch
bro.
up.
You know
see
you were
it.
losing.
It's
So you
on
tried
Emac's
to, as
channel,
they
bro.
say,
It's
move the
on
goalpost.
on my channel, bro. Everybody saw it.
You want me to come on there and embarrass you on your own channel?
I got a question. Oh, hey,
I can bring it up. I can bring it up when he said it. And want to bring it up?
All you students and make them mine.
Bring it up, Emac. Go ahead, Emac. Bring it. Like I said, this proves Tommy to be a double talking demon, bro. He's a liar.
Hey, look,
bro.
I got a question on the black people being Canaanites. Look, this is my point right here. We all got history.
Okay, brothers and sisters. So Tommy's out of the way. Now this is the point where the brother Jahil, the ex-Yakab member, gets into it and basically wants to ask questions. He don't want to ask questions about Canaan. That's the whole point, people. He wants to argue like a woman about Canaan. This is why I'm telling you, these people are just so just disingenuous with all their stuff, right? But this is probably going to be like about 10, 13 minutes. I'll just let it ride. Your brothers and sisters can hear it.
What the Phoenicians and Canaanites did, right? We know that the Phoenicians and the Canaanites really inhabited some of the isles around the Mediterranean, right? And they're the one who shaped the Greek culture, right? Right along with the Egyptians and the Philistines, right? Whatever you want to call them. They shaped the Greek culture. That's facts, because even a Greek mentioned that. So when you talk about West Africans who are seen as primitive, I ain't saying all West Africans, but you know what I meant by West Africans. You know what I mean. Primitive, right? These people, the pygmies and all that, primitive. How the fuck can they be the Phoenicians who has shaped a culture from down the line that even have dominion over the fucking world? Explain that shit. It don't make sense.
Let me ask you this, bro. Because you keep saying Phoenician. According to the Bible, how many Canaanite nations are there?
There are many. I can't get an estimate, but I can name some.
How many?
I can name some.
Yeah, it's like I believe it's 13 Canaanite. There's 13 Canaanite. There's 13 Canaanite nations, right? And Tyre and Sidon weren't even in the land in the time of the conquering of the Israelites when they conquered the land of Canaan. Okay, so Canaanites are scattered now that are not in. that are not in the land, and then you have other Canaanites. Now you want to talk specifically, right? Because I don't teach that the African Americans are those Phoenicians that you're talking about. The ones that came over here to the Americas, that were in the Americas before 1492, I teach that they are specifically from Tyre, and the ones that came over here from West Africa to the Americas, I teach that those ones are specifically from Sidon.
Sidon.
Specifically.
Okay, so
yeah,
That shit don't make
so
no
that's a
damn
nation.
sense.
That's just a
Go
different
ahead.
type of Canaanite. You have all
That shit
different
don't
type
make
of
no damn
Canaanites, bro.
sense.
okay, so I got a question on Sidon and stuff. Okay, when you look at Sidon, where is it at? And first we look at Tyre, where is it at? Right,
It's in the
by the Mediterranean.
It's an island.
Yeah,
It's an island.
yeah, it's an ISIL. It's an ISIL. It's an ISIL. An island, an
Yes,
ISIL, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Where
Okay, but
is
you
it
got to
though,
look
bro?
at it.
Where
If
is
you
it?
go into history, hold on.
But
If you
they
go
were in the
into
land.
history, listen. If you go into history and look at those type of people, they look just like the Anatolian people too, who are also could be considered part of the Canaanite branch. So what is you talking about? Like that? There's like you could go in history and look at people pictures. They look nothing like no damn Negroes. They look nothing like niggas. I'm just being that's honest, and I'm a nigga myself, so
Bro,
I could
stop
just
that shit, bro.
talk about.
Watch your mouth. Watch
Come
your
on,
mouth,
man.
bro.
Yes,
Stop
they
that shit.
do. Yes, they
Come
do.
on, man.
Stop
They
that
look
shit.
nothing like, bro. They look
Yes,
nothing
they
like
do.
that, bro. They look Armenian. They look Armenian. What are you talking about? They look Lebanese. They look Syrian.
Brother, I already showed.
Come on, man.
You know why? Because you
Canaanites
the
look just
sources
like
that
the
you're
people
showing
that's in
are
the land
are
today.
from the white
The
man.
Canaanites
Are
look
from the
just like
white
the
man.
people in the land
Understand
today.
that
The
is
images
correct.
The people look just like the people in the land
like the
today.
images that you're
The
showing
Lebanese and all
are
that.
from
Those
the
are
white man, and
those
they're
are the people that look like
Hey, Jahlil,
Canaanites.
I want to
I'm
know
not
why.
talking,
I
so
want
what
to
am I?
know why he
I'm not
said
even
you
saying
can't say
something.
that word. You can't say the N word.
Watch this, people. Watch this. Watch this. And how I'm gonna just kick his head like a fucking soccer ball. Are the Egyptians black or white, or Armenian looking?
You asking me the dumbest question ever. Are the
No,
Egyptians black or white?
Everybody,
Egyptians black or
everybody,
white?
be quiet.
Dude,
Everybody, just be
Egyptians
quiet.
have so
And
many
let me
skin
just go
colors,
do
and you're
real quick,
asking
and
me,
I'm
are
gonna
they
show you
black and
what I
white?
do to
That's
clowns
the
like him.
dumbest question
Watch
to ask.
this, people. Watch this. Okay. Like you just said, the Canaanites are not black people, right? They look like Armenians, right? Now I want to ask you again.
They look like they're Middle Eastern.
Answer
Middle
my
Eastern. They
question.
look just like
Are the Egyptians and Ethiopians and Libyans, are they Armenian looking or are they black?
Come on, bro.
specific, bro.
Answer, bro.
Watch this.
They're
Watch this.
Armenian
You
looking.
just Ethiopians and Libyans look like Armenians, right? Now I want to ask you again. Watch this, people. Watch this. Watch this. And how I'm gonna just kick his head like a fucking soccer ball. Are the Egyptians black or white, or Armenian looking?
You asking me the dumbest question ever. Are the Egyptians black or white?
Everybody,
black or white?
be quiet.
Dude,
Everybody just be
Egyptians
quiet.
have so
And
many
let me
skin
just go
colors,
do
and you're
real quick,
asking
and
me,
I'm
are
gonna
they
show you
black and
what I
white?
do to
That's
clowns
the
like him.
dumbest question to
Watch
ask.
this, people. Watch this. Okay. Like you just said, the Canaanites are not black people, right? They look like Armenians, right? Now I want to ask you again.
They look like Middle Eastern.
Answer
Middle
my
Eastern.
question.
They look just like
Are the Egyptians and Ethiopians and Libyans, are they Armenian looking or are they black?
Come on, bro.
specific, bro.
Answer, bro.
Watch this.
They're
Watch this.
Armenian
You just said
looking. They're
Ethiopian.
Armenian
Ethiopian
looking.
means birthdays. Ethiopian means birthdays.
I know this is gonna
Specific.
hurt. This
What are you
is gonna
talking
hurt
about? You
so
talking about
much.
the Oromo people?
All the
Are you talking about the
Ethiopians.
Abyssinians? Are you talking
I'm
about
asking
Abyssinians?
you. I'm asking you a simple question. Are the
Are you
Egyptians,
talking about
the
Abyssinians?
Ethiopians, and the Libyans, are they black people? Yes or no?
Are you talking about Abyssinians? When you talk about
I'm
Ethiopian, you
asking
got
you,
specific.
are the
Libyans,
Ethiopians,
the
the
Temhu,
Egyptians,
or the
and the
Temhu.
original fucking Libyans, are they black people or are they Armenian looking people? Which one?
Say that
You
again.
ain't
So
never
the
seen
Canaanites
original.
are
You
in the
ain't
land
seen
at that
Egyptians are
time.
motherfucking
They
black
look
people,
just
bro.
like
I'll say it one more time. Are the Egyptians, Ethiopians, and Libyans, are they black people?
the
Yes or no?
Ethiopians and Libyans. Are they black people?
Come
No.
on, bro. Answer the damn question, bro.
No.
Okay, thank you. All right, they're not. All right. How about you, Anu? Are the Egyptians and Ethiopians, are they black people?
What time frame you talking about?
That's what I'm trying to tell him. Like when you listen, he said Ethiopian, and I'm trying to tell him, dude, you gotta be specific.
Anything. I'm asking you
means
about
birthday people.
I'm asking you
but you
guys
say
about a people, and you guys
Yeah,
are
but you're
tiny.
talking about people. You're talking about people, and you're leaving out human migration. You're leaving out human migration and the dispersal of ethnic
Now you're
groups.
the original Egyptians now, huh?
You're
Africans are not
listen,
black
Jose.
people, bro. They're called Caucasians.
What I'm showing you people.
This the problem, bro. This the problem.
I'm gonna let
do that.
Go ahead. What I am
I haven't
showing
said
you
it in a
people
minute.
is,
I want you to understand this, bro.
People like this,
What you're talking about. Listen.
What were
Stop
they?
yelling. Let me answer. Just stop interjecting. That's simple. Just stop interjecting. Listen. Okay, when you talk about these different groups of people,
No.
man,
I don't
what the
want
fuck?
brother. It's either yes or fucking no, bro.
Nah, because it ain't yes or no. It's not a yes or no.
You gotta let him talk. You gotta control
It's a
yourself.
stat question. It's a stat question. Because to say are Libyans and to say are Libyans, Egyptians,
Ethiopians, and
right?
Libyans.
Okay, to say all of that. Listen, Emac. I mean, listen, bro. Listen, Jose. In order to say that, you have to throw in time frame because people have migrated and been displaced from their homeland. Okay, so
I already told you. I already told you. I don't give a fuck.
We're talking about mix.
I'm asking about a people. Are the original Egyptians, the original Ethiopians, and the original Egyptians, are they black people? Yes or no?
What's the original Egyptian? What's the original Egyptian?
The originals, yes, they are.
Original Ethiopians and the original Egyptians, are they black people? Yes or no?
What's the original Egyptian?
Are the original Egyptians, the original Ethiopians, and the original Egyptians, are they black people? Yes or no?
What's the original Egyptian? What's the original Egyptian?
The originals, yes, they are.
You see that right there, people? Do you see what it takes? I have to pull teeth out just to get a simple answer from these so-called African Americans, bro. Why is it they can't just answer a simple question? This is why you have to act the way you have to act with them in a discussion. I asked a simple question: are the original Egyptians, Libyans, and Ethiopians black people? Right? I was asking that to the panel, not just to my opponent Jahil at this point, right? Jahlil, whatever. I wasn't just asking him; I was asking the panel. But you see how it's like pulling teeth? Is it yes or no? Oh, well, depending on the time frame. I didn't ask him about no damn fucking time frame. I didn't ask about the fucking dynasties. I'm asking about a people. I'm asking about the original people. When I say Egyptians, of course I'm talking about the original Egyptians. Why would if it's like someone say, "Oh, Native Americans"? Why wouldn't you be talking about the fucking original Native Americans, bro? What the fuck are y'all talking about, bro? This is what I'm talking about. The reason why they don't want to answer shit directly is because they don't want to answer the question. They want to take over the conversation. He just wants to speak. Oh, I have to explain, bro. I don't give a f about your explanation. Just answer my question and keep it moving. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like all this, brother. You saw it was like 5 minutes before I got my answer from him. And what is the answer at the end of the day? Yeah, they're black people. But the reasons why I asked that question was to debunk Jahil's premise. Because he's saying, no, they're Lebanese and stuff like that. They're not black people. But like, again, you're going to see me even point it out. This is why I'm asking the question. How I find it funny how Ham, the progenitor of Mizraim, Ethiopia, Cush, saying the Canaanites and the Libyans. But for some strange reason, all of them are black, but the Canaanites aren't black. See, this is how you debunk these people who try to go against that nonsense, who try to teach that nonsense. You see what I'm saying? These people are agreeing with me, and they're going to continue to agree with me. They could like it or not. It is what it is.
What's the original Egyptian?
Bro. The original Egyptians look like all of the other Africans.
Okay, then are Africans black?
Okay.
No.
Africans are Arabs, bro. You should know that.
Okay.
Have you forgot?
I
posted a picture. Hey, I posted a picture in the back chat. Can y'all tell me what that person is?
Was a colony.
Are Arab looking and not black African looking? Africans
were a colony of Arabs that settled in Libya. That's
so
what
who are black
Africans
people
are.
today? Who are
If he
black
was
people
the
today?
Roman general went there and conquered the colony, he named it after Africa, bro. He named it. That's what happened.
Hey, I want to say Hindu, but the nigga look like he
Let me ask
African
y'all something. That person in the back chat that I just posted in there, does that person look like an African or is that person Arab or what's going on? I want to see what y'all
He
talking about.
looks like a Hindu, but he kind of got that African American thing like oozing off of him. So
Okay, he looked like he has he's a mixture. Actually, this guy's a mixture, obviously. He has so many gene pools from other cultures. That's obvious. You can tell. Just the way he
that
looks.
nigga's African American, bro.
So Anu, you asked the question, the original Egyptians, Ethiopians, and everything, do they look like what you call today African Americans or West Africans or what society will call black people?
That's your problem. You keep saying West African, but you got to keep mind.
Stop. African Americans or West Africans or what society will call black people.
That's your problem. You keep saying West African,
like what you call today African Americans or West Africans or what society will call black people.
That's your problem. You keep saying West.
Again, everybody can hear Anu in the background agreeing with me. Again, when I ask the question, are they black and look like African Americans? Anu is saying yes, but you notice my opponent, Jahil, is yapping away. He's trying to drown out people agreeing with me. But we all can clearly hear Anu is saying it. Yeah, they do. They're black. Yeah, they're black. Yeah. But Jahil, he's talking. This is what I'm talking about. These Canaanite dogs can't hold their tongue. Brother, let the teacher speak. You claim you want answers. And this is why, this is why I don't take Canaanite serious. They keep saying the same thing over and over again. Oh, I have a question. Or, oh, answer this. But then when I attempt to answer it, like a bunch of barking dogs. This is what happens all the time. So I have to keep putting them in their place and schooling them.
African, but you got to keep in mind, there's different people in West Africa. There's different people.
Okay, Anu,
there is no
answer the question. Okay, hold on. Let's go around the panel. Anu answered the question. He believes that all the original those people I just mentioned were black people. Okay, Sister Ivry, do you believe that the original Egyptians, Ethiopians, and Libyans were black people?
yes, I do, bro.
Who said that? Who said that? Okay, then. Okay.
You see that? They all agree with me. That's what I'm telling you. So again, don't you guys find it funny? Why is it funny when you have Tommy, that clown Tommy, then you have that clown Jahil saying that the Canaanites aren't black people, right? That they're these Lebanese and Palestinians and stuff like that. But then I'm asking the panel, but are the Egyptians, original Egyptians, Ethiopians, and Libyans black? Yeah, I believe that. Yeah. You see what I'm doing? I'm showing my opponents their flaw. Why? Because how is the Egyptians and the Libyans and Ethiopians black, but not the Canaanites? Bro, these guys are cloud shoes, and I'm showing them. This is why I'm asking the panel. Because my opponent, they know what I'm doing. They know I'm making them agree with me. Because I'm about to call them out right now. See, you see, everybody says that, it's funny how all these other Hamites are black people. Oh, but these Canaanites, oh no, Jose, you're bugged out. Canaanites aren't black people. Stop it, bro. You're going to see how I keep body bagging that clown.
Okay, so everybody, majority in this group chat. Okay, so majority of this group chat agrees that these are black people. But for some reason, the Canaanites are not black people. Do you see what I'm going with this, people? Even though this group chat.
Yes, I do, bro.
Who said that? Who said that? Okay, then. Okay, so everybody, majority in this group chat. Okay, so majority of this group chat agrees that these are black people. But for some reason, the Canaanites are not black people. Do you see what I'm going with this, people? In this group chat.
Okay, so majority of this group chat agrees that these are black people. But for some reason, the Canaanites are not black people. Do you see what I'm going with this, people? Even though okay, so majority of this group chat agrees that these are black people. But for some reason, the Canaanites are not black people. Do you see what I'm going with this, people? Even though the
Canaanites are black people.
Libyans,
Yo, why because somebody has a similar skin color, somebody doesn't make them a black people, you idiot. Black is a term.
They all came from the same progenitor, but for some strange reason,
What
all of them are
progenitor they
black,
come from?
but not
What
the
progenitor they
Canaanites.
come from?
Hey, listen, hold on. He's trying to use the Bible. He's trying to use the Bible. He's trying to use Ham. He's trying.
And basically, that's when Jahil started going crazy and started yelling, "Oh, he's trying to use the Bible," but Jahil believes in the Bible. In fact, Jahil used to be an ex-member of the Yakad, but now believes in the New Testament. So there you go, people. That's how you defeat their arguments, bro. They get their head chopped off every single time, and you make the people around you agree with you. Once you have the crowd and the people and everybody, that same guy, the new that was just agreeing with me. This is why I keep telling you people. But don't I say this to you guys all the time? It's funny when every time you go against somebody's enemies, Vega's always the man. I've been saying it, right? When you're caught, all that. Every time I go against their enemies, oh, you're the man, yeah. But every time you go against them, oh, Vega, you ain't shit no more, right? You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. You ain't nothing. Oh, you lose. That's what happens all the time. People love me when I go against their enemies, but when I go at their neck, now I'm whack. Oh, I was like, you don't know nothing. Blah, blah, blah. They want to talk crap. It's a pattern. Same thing right here, right? So we all just saw the body bags, and that's just basically what I do, man. But yeah, I'm gonna drop the link. Anybody want to come on? If not, probably gonna end it. Probably end the live soon. We've already been over 2 hours. Anyone want to come on? Want to talk about anything? You can bring it out. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Saw the body bags. Let me see. Hebrewisms of West Africa speaks on that. What part? What are you talking about? Israel was there as well. Not true. So, mostly. Oh, you probably talked to the brother ST. Okay, you talked to the brother ST. All right. Let me drop the link. Anybody want to come on? If not, like I said, close it out.
don't get it. And so Michelle, I can't tell if it's her tooth or fucking.
To answer your question, hold on.
But where? Like, I don't understand. If you were just standing right here.
Yeah, to answer your question, Brother Ross, he says, quick question. How was PR associated with Ephraim? Brother, I don't teach 12. I don't teach camp doctrine. I don't teach One West doctrine. I don't teach a 12 tribe chart. I don't believe in a 12 tribe chart. But I see how people, try to come up with that, even though it's still not accurate. But they basically get it from a book called what's the name of that book again? Lost Tribes of the Promised Lands by Ronald Sanders, you know what I'm saying, where it talks about when the Marano, who was Lewis, what's his name? I forget the brother's name. But the Marano, that came over here, that basically ran into some natives and basically said the natives told them that they were from the tribe of Reuben and that the tribe of Ephraim was in the islands, you know what I'm saying? So that's where they usually get that premise, brother.
You had to have been holding it.
He says, Ross, that topic, it's so debatable. Like I said, I don't know. Like I said, 12 tribe chart, not really accurate at all.
You had to have been holding it.
Mm-hmm. All right, I guess nobody wants to hop on. Like I said, I guess I'll call it a night. Shalom. Love you all. Keep your head up. Like I said, I'm probably going to head out to Puerto Rico for my grandmother's funeral. She passed away like 2 nights ago. She was, 79, I believe. So I'm going to head out to Puerto Rico. Hopefully, my fault. I was over here. Yeah, like I said, man, probably gonna fly out to Puerto Rico, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so probably fly out there. Hope, things go good. But I don't know, man. Like I said, I'll drop the link one more time. Anyone want to come on? I'm gonna let the music right out. Shalom, everybody.